Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Friday morning. It is a little bit past 11 a.m. That can only mean that it's time for some Buffooncraft. Buffooncraft SMP Season 5. So, today is December 1st here in the United States in this time zone. And that means we can start with the Christmas stuff. I hold off until December 1st. Then I can celebrate Christmas stuff. There we go. So, yeah, with that being said, let's see. Let us get over here. We'll switch over to the display scene. Let us log on to the Buffooncraft server. And yeah, I have my old Christmas skin on. Here we go. Let me see. Ho, ho, ho. There we go. Yeah, I should really update this thing a little bit. You know, I've changed my shirt, and I don't have the T letter on the front of it, and I don't have the glowy hand silver arm of Nuada on my right arm. You know, it's not all glowy like. So I should really update this. So I'll probably do that maybe after the stream. Anyways, let's put our gear back on like this. Okay, let's get back into first person view. So I've been let's do some sleeping here, and that way we won't be mobbed by mobs like so. And there we are. Okay, let's break our bed like this. Okay, so we've been doing a little work on the aesthetics of the iron farm here. We've got all of that decorative stuff along the walls there. I need to do something up high here and something with the ceiling. I have some ideas of what I want to do with that. And then I need to merge this area down below. We'll have a look at that. I have done a little bit of work off camera, but not a lot. We need to do something with this entrance. We need to make a path over to it. And maybe relocate this a little bit or do something with this. But I want to preserve this the way that it looks. This is Shut Mountain's original entrance. And I want to do something with that, right? So, of course, our beacon set up over there. I've got the stairway down here with the ceiling of that and everything. So we can, it is equine friendly. So you can... And I wound up and I converted it over to slabs to make it a little bit easier for the horses. But I think they traverse slabs and stairs in the same kind of manner. It's still not a smooth kind of track. They run up and down slabs. I think slabs are a little bit better for them. But we made this area here, this staircase / tunnel that leads down to the tunnel that goes all the way down to the trading hall. We've got that. Of course, we have our friends here are preserved, all set to go, and we have this is our whole iron farm on the ground level. Ouch. Og. And you know, maybe we can just stake him right here. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be okay there. And of course the chest monster will go, and we'll have some sort of area down here. And let's have a look. And so this area here, we need to merge into the aesthetic of the farm. But I would like a transition because I want this to delineate the functioning farm area. Right, and then this is kind of like an interface area with the observation in the AFK area up top. And then the buffoons will come down here, and they will retrieve their iron right down here. And it's been running for a little bit while I've been working on it. We don't need that there. I don't think. We're good. Okay. So lighting, we still have some lighting issues that we have to take care of and stuff. But yeah, so there's a few things like that we need to work on. This is all, as you can see, just plain stone. But I would like to decorate this a little bit. But I really need to make it enclosed and functioning first, and then I can do a little bit of decoration on it. And then, of course, we're doing all of this while we're waiting for the storyline to catch up and kind of resolve its part of where we're at with the lore. And we're kind of holding back on that right now. And so we're doing this as really mostly busy work while we're waiting, because we do have our build that we announced a few Sundays prior, our Monument of Monarchs build. And so I would like to get that underway. I really would. See, it's not so bad for the horse coming up those stairs. It's a little bit weird, but there you go. You can just stay here. And the AFK area will be here. This will be ensafened. That one's for you, Chris. that'll be ensafened up there, down here and whatnot. So you can come right down here, park your horse. There'll be some food, a bed to do the sleeping if you need to, and some supplies. I'll make a area to put a couple of different horses there with a few different posts. And then the AFK spot right here where you can look out and see the entire farm, from which you can look out and see. All right, and so, I don't really know the aesthetic I'm going to choose for this, but we have a couple of different aesthetics that are merging together here. The Buffoons, when they made this tunnel down here, they went with this nether brick kind of, well, not kind of, but this nether brick road here. Follow the nether brick road. And so I carried that theme out into the iron farm a little bit to help it blend together a little bit, so you can see where I did the walls there, those features. And then I did a little bit of the smooth basalt with the mud blocks and the cobbled deep slate. But now for this area, I think I'm still going to go with the nether brick a little bit. But we also have, this cuts right through at least two, I believe, or just one gigantic lush forest deep caves, right? Lush forest, no, lush caves. That's what I'm trying to say. So there's some lush cave biomes through here. And I believe the idea was to kind of merge this lush caves biome in with this tunnel. I'm not really sure because I didn't build this tunnel. I believe Chris did some of this, and Shut Mountain did some of it, and maybe Shelbs. Villager might have done some. So, but I'm thinking the lush cave aesthetic with the nether brick would look pretty cool. I like the contrast of this purpley brown for the nether brick with this kind of green and the gray of the clay and stuff for the lush caves. I think that's a good contrast. That looks really cool. And you can get also some lighting effects from the glowberries and stuff like that. And we do have the lush cave right here, so we can get our supplies right there. We can use the moss and things like that. Hello, Lucy. Welcome to the stream. Right, and so we're thinking we're going to try something like that with that aesthetic. And then try to merge that aesthetic with what we have going on here. And then Chris, the IT guy, was, at least I was told he was going to put in a rail system along here for the tunnel so we can have quick transport back and forth between the trading hall and the iron farm, right? And so I think he was going to set up a rail system, but I think, in fact, I know, an ice boat situation, especially with blue ice, would be way faster. And so I may ask him if he would, permit me to install that. And if that's the case, we'll make a little terminal here at this end, and at that end down there at the trading hall, and then we'll set up a transportation system, an ice boat system down there. Thanks. What's up? How are you doing? I am doing awesome. Thank you very much. Right. And so I don't know. I may stick with the stone slabs here to kind of differentiate this from this, or I may replace these and swap these out with the nether brick. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how that works out. Cheska's Genie! How you doing, Jeannie? Welcome in. Jeannie, I set up the auto lurk for you, and I mean, the auto lurk, right? Genie's in. Boom. You immediately go to lurk. You. Pow. You're gone. No, the auto shout out, and it didn't look like it triggered. I can see Shot Mountains did. Shot. How are you doing today, my friend? Shot, I know you're moderating other streams too at the same time, so appreciate the lurk, buddy. You didn't need to do that. Yeah, I did. All right. There we go. So there's the shutout. All right. It's not the auto shutout that I set up, though. I don't know why that's not working. It might be a typo. I'll have to go back and take a look at that. But please, viewers, go check out Cheska's Genie. She's also a Minecraft streamer and super, super cool. A lot of fun. Cool community. Quite a bit of shared community between us, too. So very cool. So what's your favorite character, Lucy is asking me. In what regard, Lucy? Favorite character of what show or movie? And let me see. Jeannie says, let me see. I like the stone slabs. Looks really cool. Yeah, I'm thinking of keeping the stone slabs. I can keep this kind of look, I think, with the lush forest, and it'll make it a little bit differentiated from this. But I still need to put some sort of nether brick features in this kind of tunnel, and then upstairs in the AFK area and around here. So I have to figure out a way to work that in. And you can see where I've been working them into here in the farm to give that kind of aesthetic. And now I just got to figure out some way to work it into here. So I've been sketching this out to get this worked out. I do want to vary this too and put in some of the cracked stone and a little bit of cobble here and there to give it some texture. Yeah, we should do some sleeping here while we're at it. And then we can finish out this AFK area too. Gives a cool castle kind of vibe without being too over the top. Yeah, you know, and too over the top is always a risk here at Buffooncraft because our whole thing is over the top. That's our whole theme. So it's very easy to do that, right? To do too much. So, yeah, and then when, like I said earlier, when we go up here, we also need to carve out a path that's going to intersect the road and do the surface and everything. But we need to take these things one thing at a time, and you know, just chunk it, no pun intended, and do a little bit as things come to us. So there's a couple of things I know that I want to do, and that's to help texture this a little bit. So we need some cracked stone, and we can go set that in place right now. Oh, there's one other thing too I wanted to point out, that this is one of these happy little accident things that seems to happen. I have a technique I use here where I'll put lanterns behind wall units, and they shine through the wall units to give an indirect lighting source. But the way that this is open at the top right now, it's not my intention to leave it open. It's, you know, I'm going to build some sort of feature along the top there. But if you look at the way this looks like these inset floor sconces, and the way the light shines up from them, that has a really cool effect. And so, yeah, so I left this unfinished here, and then I was looking at that, and I'm like, wow, you know, that looks really cool. I'm going to have to use that in some kind of way. So now I want to use it in this, in the perimeter of this upper perimeter, this mezzanine kind of area. I'm going to use it there, and I'm thinking of trying to use it in the stairwell here. You know, these torches here are temporary. I'm certainly not going to leave those like that. But that might be something I do over here. And that way it'll give the indirect lighting on the way down. The light shining up is really effective. Yeah, it looks kind of cool, huh? And it was just kind of an accidental thing. I just didn't finish that. And then I was looking at it, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I like it. I'm going to use that. So, but one thing I can do right away, you know, so we can get the stream going and actually accomplish something is we can pepper in here some of the cracked stone and a little bit of the cobble. So let's load up the inventory with some of that, and we'll load up the furnace with some of that too, because I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to need some cobble too, because I don't have a heck of a lot of cobble around. In fact, I've been trying to get rid of cobble. Stone bricks. So yeah, there's a couple of different blocks that we need to stock up on, with which we need to stock up. I think that's how English works. Something like that. Let's get some stone. Right. Yeah, let's just clean up this chest monster here so we can get stuff out of these. Andesite, not yet. Stone bricks, not quite. Let's see what I have going on over here. Yeah, got a little bit of cobble right there. That. Those more tools. Let's start cleaning these out. There's a stone slabs. I'll grab a little more stone. There's some stone bricks. Stone brick slabs. A little more cobble. Oh, good. Cobblestone slab. I was looking for that stuff. Polished andesite. I might use some of that. We'll see. All right, we've got a little bit more stone. I don't want to stock up on too much stone. Waste inventory space on that. There we go. More cobble right there. And I think we're looking good for right now. Okay, let's do something like this. Let's get ourselves some stone bricks first. A couple of stacks. Okay, and let's go bake those so we can get the cracked stuff. That would also help get your nether brick detail into the steps too. Yeah, and see, great minds. By the way, for somebody who claims to be a newer Minecrafter, you should check out Jeannie. You really should. When it comes to decorative building like that and block palettes and stuff, she's really got some talent there. So when she makes a suggestion or a comment, about that, I'm listening. So I listen up. Her, Nebula, Nova. You know, they're really great with the detail and the color palette, making things colorful and stuff. They're super good at that. So good. See, we already have some going there. There we go. And we'll make a little bit more. All right, cracked stone bricks. And from those, we'll make some cracked stone slabs. We'll start peppering those in. Yeah, let's not use all of them. Why not? That should be a secondary stage of that. Let's see. Oh, wait. Can I make this cracked stone slabs? I don't think so. Maybe not. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's a no. Okay, so. But you know what's cool? The way I set this up, if you look at this, these are slabs, but these are blocks. Right? And so you can put the slabs like that and then use the cracked stone blocks, wherever they went, right here, and it gives the effect of a slab. Right? So that's kind of cool. One of the other things I should do is get rid of overpowered pickaxe. And keep that in my inventory, please, if you could. There we go. Yeah, let's get one of the... Yeah, all of my pickaxes are efficiency 5, right? Yeah, they are. You know what we could do, though? We could just make a quickie iron one right now, just to help with the detailing, because I have that beacon also set up above there, and it's just doing crazy stuff. So let's do this. We'll grab a little bit of that. And we'll do a little bit of this. Get rid of that diorite. That's for certain. Okay, and let's get over to here. And let's get over to there. And we'll make a few. Yeah, a few of those iron pickaxes. And, you know, it may seem weird to be going backwards and making simpler tools, but for detailing, it's good to have a lower power tool like that. Let's do this. So like I said earlier, since it is December 1st, this is when the Thunderhand family begins celebrating Christmas, so I have my Santa skin on. So we'll be seeing more of that kind of stuff over the next month here. So you can see where we can just replace. See, that's a slab though, right there. We don't want to do that. And yeah, let's just keep this in place like this. And we just have to remember to do every other row like that, right? Yeah, see, and not do that. Don't do that, hands. Right. There we go, like that. Okay. Yeah, see, that's the slab area. There it is. Okay, cool. All right, let's put in the cracked now like this, and it just helps break things up a little bit. And it's cool because once you get the shape of something down, then you go back and texture it. I feel it's a lot easier for me. Let's get a little texturing in here, like that. Yeah, that looks cool. And then we'll come up here and we'll do the stairs like this. All right, like that. Oh, I hear it's raining up there. Of course, it wouldn't be Buffooncraft if it wasn't raining. We'll put one like that, one like that. One here, and then we'll put like, let's do two right there. Oh, did I just replace stone with stone? Thunder! Really? Crackstone, come on. Are we out? I didn't think so. We're right here in slot 1. Please, please. Brain. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's good. And you know, it gives a little bit of texture. And that's kind of cool. All right, so let's do something like this. We'll put in some texture here. Maybe like that. And again, you know, like Cheska says, you know, like Jeannie says, you don't want to do too much, right? Just a little bit. Like this. Okay, cool. All right, I do like that. Now let's put in a little bit of cobble, but cobble can be like really strong. So yeah, you really got to take it easy with the cobble here. And the cobble, we have cobble slabs. So this is where we can, on some of the slab layers, do a little bit of cobble. But wow, you know, I feel at least you've got to be very sparing with this because it's really strong. Maybe like every other one or something. Because it gives a cool texture, but it's really strong. So it's very easy to overdo it. And then we can also mix in some andesite too. So see, sometimes I like to put features, multiple features, because that's where humans fail in random systems. They forget that there's repetition in random systems. So I always make sure I put in a little repetition. But here with this kind of block, I don't want to put in too much, right? So I do a lot less repetition when something's like really strong here. And notice I'm kind of sticking more towards the sides with this, so it's not like in the direct eye line of somebody who's coming up through here, right? And we could probably do something like maybe that, and that. And you know, for cobble, that's already enough. I think something like that. And I'm avoiding the walls right now because of this with the steps. I'm fairly certain of what I'm doing here. Sometimes it may not always look like that. But I have a good idea of what I want to do. I guess I should say it like that. The walls, we're going to have to kind of work that out. We're going to have to try out some things. And I could do something like that and something like that, but I got to do this sparingly, I think. Like that. I got to stick a little bit more over onto this side. We may put one there. And how about, let's be a little asymmetrical and we'll put another one there. That's good. And then we could do a little bit here, right? And so we could do maybe that, and maybe this. Okay. And I need a little bit more of the cracked here. I'm also going to carry out into there, but for right now, I want to focus just on this area. And there we go, right there. That's what I'm looking for. I'm glad you caught it quick so I didn't have to panic. I find it super easy to go overboard, but it makes things sticky in my mind, so I try to keep it in a good balance. Yeah, that is the challenge, right? I like how you have the cobble near the cracked. It adds an extra dimension to both bricks, as if it's 3 stages of wear on them. Yeah, and another reason why, I get caught sometimes in between, the practicality and the realism versus the aesthetic, right? And so I'm thinking, well, most of the wear would be in the middle of the steps, so I should keep the cracked and the cobble sort of towards the middle because that would make more sense, right? But sometimes things, when they make sense, don't look as good. They look better when they don't make sense. And some folks have a really good sense for that. I don't. Like, I'm thinking, oh, yeah, well, clearly these would be more worn, right? So we should keep this, towards the middle. But, then I do it and I'm like, wow, that looks like crap. Sometimes it looks good. Sometimes the practicality, the Venn diagram of the two sets, practicality and aesthetics, sometimes they cross. There's an intersection there, and it's like, but sometimes they don't. And so I have to try it and see. And I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to add a little bit of andesite now, but the andesite I'm going to put in very sparingly. Very sparingly. Because I don't want to break up the pattern of the bricks too much. I just ever so little. So some andesite blocks we can use there. And we'll make some andesite slabs, and I think I can make that over here on the yeah, see, there we go. That's fine. That's going to be just fine. Now, andesite slabs, very sparing. Very sparing. Maybe like 2. Right? So, very, very sparing. Good Lord. If it isn't Nova himself. Ark. With the caps. Hey there, Mr. Relic. And you know what? I'm looking at my tab, and I didn't indicate to my fellow buffoons that I am indeed streaming. So I should go do that right now. Let me see. PC and coffee! Woo! For the size of those steps, in my head, they would be used more on either side to the middle. So your placing works really well in my mind. Well, I'm glad. I was talking to Greener Canuck about that the day before about scaling in Minecraft. Scaling in Minecraft is really weird. Things that appear small in Minecraft are huge in real life. And things that appear huge in Minecraft are sometimes actually small in real life. So the scaling in Minecraft can be very strange. And the example I used would be the hotel that I built in the Generations server. That is a very big build for Minecraft. It's quite big. I've built bigger, but it's quite big. But in real life, that wouldn't even be a hotel. I mean, it has 12 rooms. That would be more like a motel, right? So, but then you look at the furniture and stuff, and you start measuring it up, and the furniture is huge because our Minecraft figures are like 2 meters tall, right? So, there we go. This lets our friends know, this empurples our name to let our friends know that we're streaming when they're on the server. Yeah, more worn steps would be smoother. And welcome in, Jeppo. I'm behind because of playing games. And Lone Star too. Woo! So there are the shout-outs for everybody. PC and Coffee, Jeppo-tastic, Lone Star. Thanks for stopping in, you guys. So cool to see you. So so Wednesday, as it turns out, I got to meet Greener Canuck on Wednesday. He happened to be in my area, or close enough to my area, in real life. And so he contacted me on the Discord and says, hey, what do you think about coming on over? And so I got to spend a day with him, and it was super cool. I mean, Greener's already one of the coolest buffoons. And, you know, in real life, you meet him, and he's just even more so. He's just great guy. Great guy. So we went to the pub, and we sat back, and had a lot of really cool conversation. Super cool. It was only one day, but it was a good one. So that's two of the buffoons that I've actually gotten to meet in real life so far. And there is Cyclopsalops doing the raid. Thank you so much for the raid, Psych. How are you doing? I was just in Psych's stream before I started my own. And it looks like you were playing some sort of haunted Minecraft map. I think I'm going a little bit too much with the andesite here. I have to back off of this a little bit. And maybe like that. Maybe like that. And, you know, now Jeppo's comment is sticking in my head about the more worn blocks being more smooth. So that's going to be a slab. You guys can see the auto shoutouts here for my friends, but they are spectacular streamers and content creators in their own right. Jeppo is a lot of fun. She really is. Her streams are super, super cool. PC and Coffee is a custom PC builder and a friend of mine in real life, and as well as on the interwebs here. And so he streams mainly Call of Duty, but his Call of Duty streams are more geared towards testing out his latest PC builds. And he posts those on Instagram, so you should definitely go check those out. The Lone Star, of course, is our fellow buffoon here on the server, and that other Resistance King in partner with myself right now, if you've been following the lore. And then the mighty Cyclopsalops, I know through Pleasant Player, another streaming friend and content creator, and we've co-streamed some things together and stuff. Super energetic and creative young people they are, and very, very important people for me to know as far as keeping me current and keeping me up on things and keeping things fun. I always I always appreciate when the younger folks log on to the stream. Yo, how's it going? I'm here. Was doing some Minecraft. That's right. Backrooms map. That's what it was. Yeah. Oh, okay. And doing the lurk. All right. Yes. Pull back here. Yeah, so all we're doing right now is just doing a little bit of texturing on this stuff here and trying not to make it too much of an eyesore. Again, you know, this is more like supernova relics kind of thing. I try to learn from him. I try to learn from Nebula, you know. When I watch Jeannie's stream and stuff, I try to learn from her. You know, I look at, you know, especially the builders who do very colorful kinds of builds, because, you know, I tend to do things that are really bland looking. Well, I wouldn't say that. It's just, you know, I tend to be more of a practical kind of builder in that regard. So I try to make things look more realistic, and sometimes to a detriment. And so it's like, you know, I've got to learn to let go and use these blocks and textures and colors in different ways, right? Ways that I wouldn't normally think of myself. So, because it's not about the realism or not realism. It's how much to put in and how much to depart from that. And, you know, some of my fellow streamers and Minecrafters here have an incredible sense for that. All right, so I only have a one block wall, one block wall here in which to work with up until about this point. So that's going to affect whatever I do for the lighting here. So I do have to keep that in mind. I've met one of the buffoons, and I'm not even a buffoon. Yes, you have. You know, of all the times I've met people that I've known online only, and then I've gotten the chance to meet them in real life, I've never been disappointed. They've always been excellent people. Part of that, I would like to think, is because I'm a good judge of character when I'm when I meet people online. But it's also a testament to them, of course. Right? I've never been disappointed. Before I joined Buffooncraft, and before I even played Minecraft, way back in the day, in the early aughts, I belonged to a Half-Life community, and we had a Half-Life mod of which we used to play. And we had a community of about 20 people. And I would play, as I traveled a lot more back then than I do now. But I would meet those people, and we would always meet up whenever we're in each other's areas in real life. And they've always been spectacular people. Never been disappointed. It's never been weird. And it's funny, you know, we tell each other our real names, but we never use them. We always use our screen names. Greener and I just used our screen names the entire time. Let's see if I have any more of those lanterns. I should. Yeah, I've got some right here. And let's do that. And do I have any more of the wall units? I might. Got some brick right there. No. Let's check over here. Yeah, there we go. Another brick wall. What else can we use here? What else can we use and also clean up at the same time? So you can see how this is going to show right here. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this yet. But this end might wind up being a terminal anyway, right? So, but here is what I am thinking. here is what I am thinking for the lighting. But I may have to do this a little bit differently. Yeah, that's not quite. All right, the effect I want to get is what I'm doing up here. Jeannie saw what I was doing up here, but still, I'll show the rest of you who've just come in. So I want this kind of lighting where the top opens up on this lighting and it shines upwards and makes it look like sconces. But I need to come out with that, outward with that if I'm going to pull that off. So that means I actually have to go a little bit deeper with these units here. Oh, I forgot I need Silk Touch for those. And I put those down there. Okay, we can do this. So let's see if I can pull off this look. I would actually have to go in too deep on that, I think. But the problem is I actually have to come out one. And that might not be what I want to do. So that would have to be like that. That would have to be like that. And then the wall units would have to be coming out like that. And doing something like this, actually. And you can see if I go back through here and I cover these up. Let me get my Silk Touch. And it's going to narrow the staircase by 1 block. So here we are. Let's do that for right now. Which, you know, I don't mind narrowing it by 1 block. That's one of the reasons why I made it 5 wide. And so by taking a half block off each side, you know, it would be 4 wide. So I may do the walls up here with the wall units, but it's just going to change the way that this is going to be. I might not be able to use steps there. Right. So and I'll set another one up right here because it's really dark. But you can see where it's going to shine upward like that. So let's do this first. Let's fill these back in. Like that. Let's put these like this. And also, you know, these may be too many. We might be able to do like every other one. Let's get a count here, right? So it would have to be an even count. So if I did every other one, that would end right here. That might be all right. Because I think every one would be a little too much. And Jeannie and I were talking about that just a little bit earlier. About don't overdo it. All right, let's try that. And we'll see what this is going to look like. Yeah, I need this one. So I'll remove this one and move that one upward. And then we'll have a butcher. See what that looks like. So I'd want to space this one out a little bit more. And bring that one up to here. Right. Really hands. Oh, that's right. I can't do slabs there. All right, so a different slab, a different kind of slab. Let's put that right there. Good. All right, like this. And then I'm thinking put the wall unit in front like this. Like that. And you can already see the effect is starting to kick in, right? But we just need to cover up on the sides. And so I'm thinking up the sides we can use the similar kinds of wall units here. Let's get caught up in the chat. The worst buffoon. Yeah, talking about the buffoon that Jeannie got to meet. The coldest boiler is broke. The smelliest. Lone, yeah, this is a bad time of year over there where you're at for to be losing a boiler right now, to lose heating. I'm thinking we go like this. Not like that, though. That's not what I wanted to do. And I should be using my less powerful pickaxe for this. Yeah, so that was cool. I got to meet Greener over in Las Vegas. I'm in Southern California, so that meant a trip across the Mojave for me, which is not that bad. It takes just under 4 hours to cross the desert and get out there. Then I stayed there overnight and came back the next day, and that was really cool. That was a lot of fun. Back in the day, Mrs. Thunderhand and I would make that trip a lot. So I'm used to it. But I hadn't made it in a long time. It was about 7 years since I've been in Vegas last. Let's do that. Maybe like that. And let's put in a little bit of cobble. Maybe like right there. Okay, now this is a little bit weird because this is going to, yeah, that's a little too much. All right, I got to think of how I'm going to do this now. I think I will do this thusly. Let me try. Let me see what that looks like. Then let me see. These are blocks, right? So we could go up in threes like this. 3 like that. 3 like that. We could do that kind of a thing. And I'm wondering if this is going to work. We might want to rise on the leading edge. We'll see. No, I think that'll work, actually. All right, and let's try this. Now we will have the same thing on the other side, so you can see how, it'll be 3 blocks wide, but you'll get that extra, not quite half a block, but maybe something like that. Let's get caught up here. Yeah, some of them are full block drops, others are half block drops, yeah. Yeah, I just had to work out how I was going to make the step because now I need wall units on either side of this now. So let's just take whatever generic wall units I have here. And we'll slap those into place. Yeah, like I have some andesite wall units right there. Andesite wall items, whatever you want to call them. What else do I have? I have some stone brick, which is probably what I'm going to use the most. That can go back in there for right now. Got a little bit of cobble. Probably not so much in the way of cobble, though. And then what do we have down here? A little bit more stone. Yeah, okay. This will be enough so we can get the look. Some deep slate or deep slate cobblestone mixed in with another brick might look nice. In fact, that's probably what I might do here. Right? I may make some sort of gradual transition thing in here and mix those two together right there. I'm certainly not going to have that, so we'll see. But along here, I think I'm going to avoid the deep slate along here, though. I want like a transition a little bit more stark for the transition here. See, I'm looking at that. That's not too bad. And then maybe leading edge would be like that. Maybe some cobble like that. Maybe a leading edge over there. And then the rest would be the stone bricks, pretty much like this. Kind of like that. And then we continue them up along the wall. So we'll have to see what that's going to look like. And we'd also continue them around like that. But you can see already the kind of effect that it has. The only thing is, I think it's still too bright. So I'm wondering, should we use even less? Here, let's take this one out. And we'll take this one out. Because if you have too much, see, now the effect is a little bit more pronounced. And, you know, we could still have the feature just without any light behind it to kind of keep it tied together, maybe? Maybe? And if I get rid of the light up here, see, it kind of has that effect down it. Also, you'll get less light leaking out of the sides there, so we can install that too and see what that looks like. The black and red with the light coming up and the stone steps contrast and break it up a little. Just an idea, though. You know what? We might wind up going with that. Let's see what happens. So again, if I bring this down like this and that down like that, and now then I do the next one here. You know, that leaves us a feature in there. Now, if I do the stone bricks, well, suppose I didn't have stone brick and I went like that. See, that doesn't give the same effect. So I have to... Let me take a look at something here. What did you do, Thunder? What did you do? Okay, see, part of the effect of the way that it works is to block the sides a little bit. But I don't think this is going to help much. For example, on either side, out there, I don't have wall units on either side. I just have blocks like this. But it's still... See, it directs the light more... But that also narrows the stair a lot. So yeah, I kind of like the wall units better instead of the full blocks. But definitely the less lights, the better. Also, though, bringing these all the way up, though, kind of ruins the effect, I think. So I think the side units have to end right there in order for it to shine on the wall the way that it does. So there is that, too. Yeah, and that's the effect that I want. Although, I have to admit, it's a little too much, I think. You know what we could do is we could sink them down, too, into the stairs a little more. Right? Oh, no, Thunder's going to undo all his work. Yep, darn right I am. Now, see, a professional streamer and Minecrafter would have this all worked out before the stream. So then when I come onto the stream, it looks, oh, wow, he's such a genius. Look at how fast he does that. Look. And it's like, no. I'm going to show you the process, warts and all. This is how it's done. All right, so this is of what I am thinking. Actually putting these a little bit lower, like down on that level with that like that. You know, I think this is actually going to be better. Yeah. So let's get these down here like this. We do this, we skip one, we do another one right here. And I need to have that open like that. So this, skip. Oh, actually, I'm a little bit off here, right? This one, like that. Okay, we're good. We're good. Stay with me. Trust me. Trust the process, as Shelb says. Let's do that. that has to go there. Good. Okay. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. So here we skip this one here. We go to here. Like that. And I have to open that one up. There we go. Here we skip this one. We go to here and open that one up like that. Skip this one. We go to here. This. We skip this one. And then we go to here. Good, 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 good. All right, now we need to put a wall unit in front, and I don't know if I'm going to use the nether brick wall like this, but let's try it. No, hands. No. Like that. There you go. Okay, like that and like that. Good. And now I think we can just continue with the stairs the way that I had them originally. Like that a little bit. What am I trying to do? Brain, come on, kick in. Something like that. We'll take that one down. Just put in a good old generic slab there, and maybe another andesite one like that. Okay, this is good. No. Is that a slab? Do I have any more andesite slabs? I think I do. Yeah, right here. This one's a little more subtle, but is going to require some better integration here across this. So boy, that still is so much brighter than I thought it would be. So bright. Let us temporarily try something like this. All right, we do that. Wow, that just went nuts. We try that. Try this. And then we remove this one. Like that. I don't think I have the spacing right, though. No, I do. It's just the perspective is a little weird. All right, that is a little more of what I'm going for right there. I just have to work something out for this to make that look a little better. And you'll see if I do something like that, I think it just, does it wipe out the effect? Not really. And let me see, are these slabs here? Yeah, those are slabs. That has the effect of slabs, of being slabs. All right. Come on, hands, work with me here, please. Then I'm thinking, I don't know, do I go all the way up with these, like that in columns all the way up? Maybe. Let me see. Okay. With this, I think it is close enough. We're a little bit past noon. And that means I should switch into standing mode. Okay, you may have seen that was slow and painful to be able to do that. So think about this. I told you I just on Wednesday I had driven out across the desert. I did like a 3+ hour trip, to go see greener, and then I drove back the next morning. That was Wednesday and Thursday. Monday at the dojo, I injured my left hip. You can tell Thunder's getting old because hip injury, that's an old person's hip. I hurt my hip. I didn't break my hip though. And thankfully I didn't tear anything like muscles or ligaments or tendons or anything. I just kind of wrenched them in a pretty drastic way. So it's very, very painful. So much more painful than I thought it would be. So as long as I'm like in some sort of motion, but just easy, continual motion, I'm fine. But if I'm stationary for too long, those muscles and tendons all tighten up. And then when I try to move again, it's very painful. So, but yeah, I did go to urgent care and they gave me some medication, and so I have to be careful. I'm on it now. I'm doing okay, but it still gets a little stiff when I sit down. So I get some muscle relaxers and then some ibuprofen and stuff, and it's okay. It's okay. All right, what I would like to do here, what can I do here with this? I'm not sure I like the idea of these going all the way up like that. I don't mind this so much. But I don't think I want to bring them all the way up there. But either way, I'm low on nether brick. That means I need to go to the gold farm to go get some nether brick. But I might have enough. No, I don't have enough wall units. I do not have enough wall units. Yes, I do. Stop it. Thunder, stop doing that to yourself and your viewers. Stop that. Let's empty out some of the inventory here, because we're starting to get an idea of how this is going to look. So I do that. That's sconce on that side, and then similarly on this side, like this. Like that. Okay, so we're doing something like this, I'm thinking. Then I was going up 2 like that, I think, right? So that's sort of the effect I want. Just like that. And so I'm thinking slab, thinking nether brick slabs on either side with a little nether brick around here to kind of like just enclose that whole thing. So let's try that. And I still might have some of those slabs laying about. Let's take a look, and let's also carry some stone with us just to fix things when the old pickaxe overdoes its job. Yeah, see, we have slabs right there. That's good. And just some nether brick blocks, but I could double up some slabs for that. We could do that. So what would it look like? Suppose I went and did. Suppose I went and did. No. No. That's not what I'm trying to do. Please. And then maybe I mean, is that a little too much? I think it is. I like the stone, though, on the walls, but I think this is a little too much, maybe. That might be okay. Also, we could do something like a stair, but that might not give the same kind of effect. Like I could do a stair unit there, but I don't have any bricks with which to do it. But let's grab another stair unit of another material and just plop it in there, and maybe you can get an idea of... Yeah, like I'll try the deep slate in there, but I'm just throwing this in here. I'm actually thinking of netherrack. No, not upside down hands. Something like that. I mean, does it still give me the same effect without the wall units? Because if it's without the wall units, then... and it's just stairs like this, I can do the whole thing. And I can use the nether brick in another kind of way. But, you know, Jeannie, like you were saying earlier, that actually looks pretty good with the deep slate. Maybe some deep slate, like just right around here to be a little darker in front of the lights. Maybe that would be cool. Let's try it, shall we? Thinking a little something like that, maybe? I don't know. I think it's a little too much. Let's see. It's hard to tell without the center column all the way up. Or is the columns not going high up towards the roof? They might not. I like to have the wall flat up against it because then the light shines on the wall like that. So, but if I replace this with stone brick steps, then a lot of our problems are solved. And that gives me the good feels because I often find that sometimes the simplest, most obvious solutions are the best. Yeah, after I said it, I realized I wasn't sure how high you were planning. Yeah, I got it. Sometimes, you know, you have the picture in your head and then you've got to throw it down to see exactly what it's going to look like. So... And then you're thinking, oh my, as Chris would say, oh my. That doesn't work at all. I'm just looking at if I have any stone brick steps. Yeah, see, I have one. Got a little server lag there. Let's grab some of this. Oh, whole stack right there. Nice. Well, not a whole stack, but nearly a stack. More than enough. Yeah, so I'm thinking I can go like that. Right? And it looks a little weird, but not too bad, I'm thinking. No, that's a mess. That's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to do that, but that's also kind of messy. So I think that's the best that we can do. Either that or that. I mean, it's kind of obnoxious, but not so bad. Sometimes you can you can trick these stair blocks into doing weird things. Like, for example, see, you can kind of trick it into doing something like that sometimes. Right? And then you get that little bit of lighting right there. And it's completely hidden. And if you get right up on it, you can see it. Like that. And then now, what happens if we put in some features above this? That's too much. But I still like the netherrack, though, like we mentioned before. So let's see. We have this. We have this. So we have 3 in between. So if I go if I go here, that gives me what? 1, 2, this. This one. Now, I don't want lighting on this one, but however, I'm thinking I might be able to put in a netherrack feature right there. Right on down the wall like that. Right, so we would take these ones off. We'd have those kind of features, something like that maybe. So 1, 2, 3, and this. This would show on the other side, but like I said, I don't think that would be a problem. So much. Let's take a look. Let's have a butcher. Kind of like that. Kind of like that with a feature in between. So we'd have to get ourselves some stairs like this. And I want to replace this diorite so it doesn't show. Let's try that. And let me see. We need one to go like this. And then the other. No. Fuck. How did I do this before? I did this like... I thought I did it like that, but I didn't. How did I get it to turn? Did I do it that way? No. Oh, wait. No. That's how I did it. This went this way. And then this went that way. And then we went and we put that on top like that. Okay, that's what we did. 1, 2, 3 blocks in between, right? So 1, 2, 3 blocks in between, and then we put another column feature right in here. And we got to put some stone and or andesite behind that. Yeah, muchly like that. And I don't know, we might wind up putting some... do I have the wall units? They're down here. And the slabs. The slabs are what we're looking for, really. Like this. Little details. See, like that. And then similarly up there. No. Yes. Kind of like that. Then the same over here. Like this. Like that. And then we go up with the wall units like this. All right, we might even be able to carry something across there, but... And then I think I just went and did a little something like this, right? No. Yes. When will you learn, hands? Learn it. Just learn it. Okay, yeah, see, that's not too much. I think it's like right in between. And let's get caught up. Let me see. Well, that's the thing, wasn't sure how I was planning. That's because I'm not planning. I'm just kind of doing it as I go along. Like I said, a professional streamer would have this all planned out ahead of time. But I like this. I think this is cool. I think this does the thing. All right, so we're going to need to pick that out. That, and replace with that, and that. And then that has to go like that. That has to go like that. And we just tuck away our little light source. Still viewable and stuff, but it's not like super obnoxious, hopefully. And then 1, 2, 3, and then we install another one right here if we want the lighting source to be here, or we just want another wall unit. I think another wall unit goes here, actually. Like this. We pull that out like that. Do a little bit of jumping like that, and we need to put the stone in here. With some slabbages. My slabbages. Like this. I also have to keep an eye on the time because I have to bring Kachi home from school today. I've been very fortunate. Mrs. Thunderhand has been doing most of the driving over the last couple of days because of my hip. But I think I'm in good enough shape to go pick him up now. So this is a little weird because it doesn't have a corresponding post over to here, but it will maybe on that side. So we'll do something like that. But now we need to put in the other side. I just like how it looks like that indirect lighting. I think that's a cool look. This is a little cooler, I think. It's because it spreads out a little more, but for example, now what? Yeah, so it's putting in the block that way kind of cuts out, makes it more linear or a little less brighter, right? But that's okay. I feel like that's okay. Because actually I don't want it to be too bright. And that's a difficult thing to manage in this kind of situation. Hawk, really with the hands, come on. This is the one I need to change, like that. That up like that. We'll pull this in like this. There we go. Enclosed. Properly enclosed. Yeah. And then same thing over here. Like that. Okay, so now when we get up here, you can see that it has that kind of an effect. I think that's cool. I like that. Yeah, you want to try to create some depth But I wanted to avoid bringing things out that narrows this hallway anymore. So anytime you can recess something in that kind of situation, of course, the better, right? So okay, so we can do that. You know, I thought I had a lot of nether bricks somewhere because I remember making a run up to the Piglin Trading Hall and filling up a whole shulker full of that stuff. It may be back at the pub. Or I may have used it all, which I doubt. Great. Let's do this. Oh, that's going to have to be filled in at some point. No, not 3. Just 2 will do. There we go. Like this. Coming down to here like that. Yeah, see, now we're getting the look into place like this. That kind of looks a little weird without having this, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. Now, see, I'm really tempted to put nether brick across the top here and maybe even like that, but I think it's just too much, right? I think a little bit is fine. Yeah. All right, we can maybe do something with the walls here. But not too much. I'm thinking, you know, we should just pepper these walls in here with maybe just the andesite. That might be enough. So if I come down here and because I don't want to mess with these walls too much because I want the light to shine on them. So let's get some andesite. Like right there. And there, and there, like that. We'll have to light something in here too. We'll have to do something for lighting there. But just a little bit to texture it up, to break it up a little bit. So there, 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 and there. You know, just a tiny smidgen there. All right. Don't want to overdo it. Especially right along that column, right? So fuck. Like that. Oh. Clearly. There we go. Yeah, that just adds a little bit of texture like that. I think that's cool. Oh, hey, you know what else we could put in here? But again, we have to be super sparing, is some of the mossy we can put in there too. I just came across a problem, but all right. Time for me to do lurk. Oh, please do. Lurk appreciated. Much appreciated. Let's do this. And maybe like one up there. Yeah, like this. Okay, I like that. Awk. You know, I complain that I complain about how slow that I build. How slow I build, but you know, insubordinate hands makes the building just go all that even slow, all that much more slow. Yeah, good enough. You know, one of the things about putting in too many wall features here is like this much of the wall is shared. So I have to be careful with that. For example, if I just go ahead and do this sort of thing to try to carry this over on into the other side like this, like this. And so I'm starting now the next set up to here. Here's the next lighting feature right there, and you can immediately see what's going to happen. We're going to get this on the other side, right? Like that. You're going to get that on that side of the wall. We could deal with that by shifting this all over by one block. It wouldn't be too hard to do. What time do I have? 12:52. It's almost time to end the stream, actually. I could do that. It wouldn't be too hard to do. Right, so I could take that out. Let's do this and that. Okay. Let's put some torches in place too to light this place up, because we're going to run into problems of the mob sort. You guys know of what I speak. But this should really be 2 blocks thick. I mean, I lucked out down there the way that I spaced them, but it's not going to be consistent here. So that being said, wow, this is just going bananas now. Try to retrieve some of these crafted blocks so I don't have to recraft them afterwards. Let's do that. I can hear some bones rattling on the other sides of some of these walls. Okay, we could do that. Then we'd have to do something similar over to here, but we'd have to carve this out. we would have to take these slabs and these blocks out. Again, I'm using the iron non-enchanted, the unenchanted iron pickaxe because I don't want to go too brutal with the overpowered pickaxe because then I'll just blow huge holes out of the walls here. So we need precision work. Precision work. And can I do some sleeping right now? I think so. No, it's daytime above. Great. Let me see. I think I put that other iron pickaxe right in here. Yes, I did. Let's go do it. Then I think I'm good up to there. Yeah, okay, that looks fine. But now we need overpowered pickaxe because we have to do this. We have to do this stuff. We just have to be precise in our directionality. Jump chop, jump chop, jump chop. Okay, that's fine. All right, and then we'll just blast right up the side here. Let's do this. There. You know, I have to do something about the glare from my window because the glare from my window back there shines right on my monitor sometimes if I'm not in just the right position. And I do have a blind on it, but it's one of those louvered blinds. So some light always manages to get through. Wow, inventory is already full again. I can see daylight breaking through there. Okay, this is good. This is good right here. This is fine. All right, we'll go down, we'll empty our pockets, and we'll come back up. And we'll install some of this stuff here. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's go do this. We'll carry a little stone with us. We'll take out some of that stuff. And some of that stuff, and some of that. What am I thinking? All right, stone brick slabs, definitely. Stone bricks, definitely. I need a lot of stone bricks. Some of the other slab variants. That's good. Wow. Talk about timing. I need just the plain generic stone slabs. These to help with the ceiling there. Okay, and so I think once the server restarts, that'll be a good place to log off because we are at 12:58. Huh? How come I have no more stone blocks? I'm holding them right in my hand. Right there. There we go. This will be all stone, right? And so we'll just keep leveling this up as we go along. Like this. In fact, you know what we should do? We should do this from the top down. That'll be better. Let's get all of those out of the way. Yeah, this is a little easier to do it this way. Then we can, let me see, do I have these in, yeah, like this. Just do that. Do a little bit of lighting for right now, just so we can see what we're doing. All right, let's just do that. Then we can move the wall over, and that'll give us some room to do our lighting thing. And there it is. Time is up. Okay, with that, let's see if there's anybody to whom we can raid out. Now, I was watching Angel's stream earlier. But I don't know if she streams that long. Well, of course, Jeannie is streaming right now. Of course. All right, so we can go over, we can raid Jeannie. So let me get that set up. So there's our standard raid message. You can copy and paste that into the chat if you would like to join us for the raid. And I always encourage people, even if you don't have time to stop in for the whole stream, just drop in and say hi. If you feel so inclined, maybe drop a follow or, bits, subs. That would be really cool. Family-friendly viewers, let me advise you that Cheska's, Jeannie, her stream has some mature language in it sometimes and everything. But she's super, super cool. And her community, and much of which is shared, also very, very cool. So that being said, let us set up the raid itself. And there we are counting down to the raid. So it was so good to see everybody. Thank you all for dropping in. Just remember that we do this Buffooncraft stream every Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be Sunday. That'll be Kachi time. That'll be from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we will, Kachi will probably want to do more Roblox stuff, so we'll see. He's really big into Tower Defense X right now. He's really big into that. So, and then the following stream will be Wednesday. That'll be from noon to 2 p.m. That'll be Generations. We missed the last Generation stream, so we'll just do that Generation stream on Wednesday. That means we'll be in the creative test world, doing the Redstone stuff and everything for the Baby Zombie Rush Not So mini game. Okay, with that said, let us raid on out to Jeannie. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you happen to be. Join us again next time. Raiding out to Jeannie now!